Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Maaser Sheni Perek Gimel Mishnah Yud Aleph. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to speak about not fruits that were bought with Maaser Sheni, but let's say you had a deer, a deer that was bought with Maaser Sheni, and as deer you want to take up to Yerushalayim, and you'll bring it. Like we said, if it's a haya, right? If it's an animal that you brought that's not fit for a korban, you're allowed to eat it as a regular barbecue. So you want to bring it to Yerushalayim and have it as a barbecue. So you bought this with Maaser Sheni money, and now something happened to it, right? Let's say it died, right? Or let's say you slaughtered it, and then it became tameh, right? So now what do you do in these scenarios? So you have a deer that you bought with maaser sheni money, and it died. Now what could you do? What could you do with this? Tanakama says yikaver al yedei oro, right? Tanakama says you need to go ahead and bury it with its hide, right? Meaning what? You're not allowed to benefit from something that was kadosh. Right? Over here, Tanakama says, "En podina te kodashim la'achilam leklavim." You're not allowed to go ahead and redeem kodashim in order to give it to to your dogs. Right? There's nothing else that you can do with this. It's unkosher. It's considered a nevela. Right? So something that's a nevela, what could you possibly do with it? The only thing you could do with a nevela is give it to your dogs to eat. Right? Give it, give it to the animals to eat. Tanakama says when it's something kodashim, right? If it's something that's kadosh, then you're not allowed to go ahead and redeem it. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Yipadeh. Rabbi Shimon comes and he argues and he says you are allowed to go ahead and redeem kodashim even to give it to the dogs, and therefore he says in our case, right, this Maaser Sheni deer that died, okay, even though it was Maaser Sheni and it's kadosh, you're allowed to go ahead and redeem it. Let's say next case you have this deer, you bought it when it was alive. Now it didn't die on its own, you did shahaita to it, a kosher shahaita. Now it's good meat. Now you can take this meat up to Yerushalayim. You plan on having a barbecue there. But what happens? On the way there, it becomes tameh. Oh, now you're not allowed to eat it. Right? You're not allowed to eat tameh food. Maaser sheni. So what could you do? Yipadeh. You could redeem it. Right? Now, by the way, even Rabbi Yehuda and last Mishnah would agree over here that you could redeem it. Right? Why? Because over here, this is something that's considered right, it's something that's considered. It's something that's considered. Not like something that was bought with maaser sheni money. We consider it something because you bought it when it was alive. You plan on taking it to Yerushalayim, right? It's something that's not considered. We don't consider under the category kira hakmi macham makom. It's not something that's going to be as far away and you can't take it. No, it's a live animal, right? You planned on bringing it, and you slaughtered it and it became tameh. But when you bought it, it was still alive. So therefore, you padeh. And we know even Rabbi Yehuda would agree that you're allowed to go ahead and redeem this maaser sheni when it became tameh. Rabbi Yosef Omer yikaver. Rabbi Yosef argues that he's mahmir over here. Says no, you need to bury it. You're not even allowed to redeem this, right? He's more mahmir than Rabbi Yehuda in last Mishnah. Let's say though you bought it when it was already slaughtered, right? You came with your maaser sheni money and you bought already, cut up meat, right? You bought a steak. And that now, after you bought it, it became tameh. So you never owned the animal when it was alive. Right? This is the same law of last Mishnah, where the argument of Rabbi Yehuda and Chachamim in last Mishnah of whether or not you're allowed to go ahead and redeem fruits, maaser sheni, right? Fruits that you bought with maaser sheni money that became tameh. This would be the same case, right? If you bought the deer, right, when it was already in its meat form, you bought steaks, right, or regular, cut up meat, and it became tameh. So you didn't buy it when it was alive. Then that's the same machloket between Rabbi Yehuda and Chachamim. We mentioned already before that Halacha was not like Rabbi Yehuda, and Halacha is like Tanakama of our Mishnah.